Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 4 seed in the playoff, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. Returner choosing to field this one, and the returner is brought down. The Redhawks offense will start in a bad spot here thanks to that return. Always enjoyed coming to the Fiesta Bowl over the years, and of course you got the modern Silver Stadium here sitting in the desert ready for this showdown.
Well, it's so many great memories here, Chris. Think back to the Boise State, Oklahoma back in '07. How about the classic between Oklahoma State and Stanford with Andrew Luck in 2012? And then the shocker just a few years ago with TCU over in Michigan in 2022. This game has a history of providing the unexpected.
Here's a quick throw off the play fake. And he stopped after gaining 4 yards, so 2nd and 6. The Redhawks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And that senior toughness on display as he keeps the drive moving himself. How aggressive will they be on this 1st down play?
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st, keep this drive moving.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Fires it to the wideout. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And a sophomore making an impact play.
This is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
And the Redhawks will line up to punt it away. See if he can make a play on this return. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. So Oregon's offense out there for their 1st possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Big guys up front lined up. It's 1st down. They're going to run it. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Well, those counter plays are tough on a defense. The defense has got to be gap sound. You get so caught up in the base concepts, but the offense comes back with a counter play. If you're not sound with your gap integrity, you can give up a big play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Boy, good job up front by this offensive line, and a nice job by the back of finding that hole to pick up the first down. And honestly, Chris, this is what I think about when I think of Oregon. I know the uniforms and the flash and the dash and all the different things that people associate with this program. This is what I think about. Toughness, ability to run the ball when they have to pick up first downs, and they did it right there.
And the wideout goes in motion. Running back has it on a screen now. And they're finally able to stop him, but great execution on the screen pass. Fooled the defense there.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. And we're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's exactly what defensive coordinators love to see. You've got a cornerback that typically is known for his ability to cover, and here he shows some physical toughness by sticking his nose in there, and he comes up with a nice play in support.
And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Well, these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal in this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive, and now it's first and goal.
Here's the handoff on first and goal. And bulldozing his way through. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Runner shows toughness and will, refusing to be brought down, ends up in the end zone.
Yeah, that defender had no chance bringing down this ball carrier by himself. That's why you better have a couple defenders, or else you're going to have more touchdowns like this.
And the PAT makes it 7-0 to open the score. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Miami offense back on the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Missed his receiver. It's incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
So second down after the incompletion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. And he'll drop back here on third down. Gets the ball up as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
Good effort by the return man. They get him down, but that's a solid gain in the return. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the right side. Breaking free at the 35. In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Using his legs here.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Second down after that run on the previous play. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Boy, Chris, to me, the defense looks like they're dropping back in zone coverage, worried about a pass play here on third down. Instead, the offense elects to run the ball, catches them off guard, and it's good enough for a first down.
First and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Boy, how about the defensive speed there in team pursuit? They recognize the toss sweep from the middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
They'll try to power it in right up the middle. Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
Hey, the defense is doing everything that they can to try to keep these guys out of the end zone. Now we've got a big third down coming up.
He moves the ball to the 4. It's third down and goal. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw to his receiver. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. He stopped out at the 42. Gets a solid gain getting closer to midfield. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. We've reached the end of 1 in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand? So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. The Red Hawks come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
You know, the quarterback looks like he makes the right read, but I got to tell you, I think he underestimated the speed of this defense and how quickly they were able to get to him to prevent him from picking up the first down.
And the Red Hawks bring their punt team onto the field. He's on to boot it away now. And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? First down here for this offense. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the outside. It's West.
The offense does a good job of utilizing the play-action pass, sucking those linebackers up against the run to give the quarterback a nice window behind them to be able to make that throw downfield to the tight end.
They look to throw it here on second down. Receiver makes the catch. Defense makes the stop very close to a first down.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Can he make it to the marker? The Ducks are on the move here.
Here's a great example of a back knowing where he needed to go on this play, and he didn't mess around. Got between the tackles and earned every single yard.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Across the 40 now. They'll get him, but he put the spin cycle on that defender. Wow. The Ducks pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Fires it on the move. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all four quarters, it could get really ugly by the fourth.
The Ducks will line up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. That's a bullet, but it's incomplete. Important second down play coming up. Back to throw again. He's running out of time here. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark. See if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Oregon.
Great job here by the play caller going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And the Red Hawks offense retakes the field now. Last drive stalled. They were forced to punt it away. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
And he cannot escape the defense with a sack.
I mean, it's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Lets it fly to the wideout. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. Not much on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense for the 41.
It's 3rd and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring on them.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. The sophomore able to get home with the sack.
Well, that's the kind of play right there that this defense has been looking for. Maybe that'll spark them because, let's face it, this game has not gone the way they had hoped. But a play like that sometimes can create some momentum and change the complexion of the football game.
Quick throw over the middle. Oh, he doesn't hang on off the deflection there. It's going to bring up a third down play.
It is really tough on a quarterback when he thinks he's got a completion and an open man downfield. The ball's just about to get to his receiver. Then out of nowhere, the defensive back steps in front of it and knocks away. Nice job.
Grab down the middle. It's West. Tackle made after a big gain.
Nice find there by the quarterback on third down. One of the most telling stats for me at the end of the game is how you do on third down. Being a good third down team is invaluable to your team's offensive success. That's why you drill it so much in practice.
Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
They'll hand it off. Bites off a defender.
Well, I would just stick with this RPO. That's a really solid gain, and it's plays like this that eventually make that defense collapse down. Then you can pull it and hit a big play through the air to your receiver.
Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down. So the coach will decide to settle for 3 points here. Out comes the field goal unit. The field goal is good. And they add to their lead.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Miami offense back on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. The defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Boy, the defense does such a good job in taking any threat downfield away. All you could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And they've got him. It's third down for the offense. So we've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to get something going here and cut into this lead before halftime. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Junior steps up and makes an impact play.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, it's an incompletion here. But I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Pass caught. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds close to the goal line. Couldn't quite punch it in there.
How about that? The receiver had nobody around him. That's frankly embarrassing for the defense when you let someone deep downfield go completely.
Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fielded in the end zone. It's Figueroa. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. And the Redhawks offense retakes the field now. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead, or play it safe. And looking to throw now on first down. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
You know, this is the one thing I love about this running back is his ability to get involved in the pass game. Runs a great route, just doesn't come down with a catch.
And throwing again on 2nd and 10. Running out of time in the pocket. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. They'll kick it away here. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He pulls it in for a big gain. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. The Ducks will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. First down, looking to throw the ball. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. First and goal now, a chance to claim even more momentum before the halftime break. There's the snap, looking to throw the ball. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Man, you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Wait, Chris, 1, 2, 3. This is his 4th rushing touchdown in this game alone. This guy has a chance to not only be player of the game, maybe player of the week in the whole sport.
So the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Miami offense back on the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? He'll hand it off. Some hard running there through a tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Chris, we wondered all week what this matchup would look like. So much at stake in this win-or-go-home game, and we've been treated to a fabulous first 2 quarters of playoff football. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package, and his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. And this offense trying to build in a very impressive first-half performance, trying to stretch the lead right away here in the third. Offense out for the first play of the drive, beginning at the 22. First down, looking to throw the football. The pass rush closing in. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. And now the handoff. Stopped out at the 39, but good enough for a first down.
Well, these are the type of runs that begin to wear down your defense psychologically. Already have the lead, come out with a nice big gain, and this defense is thinking, oh no, here we go again. Really nice statement here to get this second half started.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
That's a really nice job of bouncing back by this defense after giving up that big gain. This time they get the pressure and bring that quarterback down.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. The Ducks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion to the big tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. The Ducks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Touchdown, Ducks. And the beatdown continues.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it and finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Bringing it out, it's Figueroa. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Redhawks offense retakes the field now. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Offense will keep it on the ground here. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
Coaches told us in pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Second down, looking to throw it. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
On third. Off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Boy, how about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground, and it's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
And it's fair caught near the 40-yard line. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Looking to pass here. Off target with the throw. Incomplete.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Hands it off on the counter. They test the middle, but gets stuck. That run goes nowhere.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Now the offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 41. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Fires it to the wideout. Downfield shot, falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there. And the Ducks will line up to kick it away. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. The punt bounces and goes out of bounds right near the 30-yard line. Here comes the Miami offense back on the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And to begin the drive here, set up at the 30.
Here we go.
Back now goes in motion. The defense will have to adjust. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Now it's second down here. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They've got him down out near the 40.
Ooh, that came close to breaking into the secondary and potentially a big play. Read option, a quarterback keeps it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yards. Only a nice tackle prevented it from going all the way.
Looking for the wideout. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Miami.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner looking to make a play here. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They had to punt the ball last time. Now they're looking to add points, build on this lead. They're going to run it here. Breaking free at the 35. And bulldozing his way through. And it's a huge chunk play. The tackle is finally made, but the ball moves to the 47-yard line.
I mean, it seems like every time this guy touches the ball, it's another big game. This poor defense, it's just not been their day at all. What a dominant performance by this offense on the other hand.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down. That completion good for a first down. The offense working with a new set of downs here. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. And O-line has to regroup now. It's 2nd and 12. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Fired into a tight window and picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? At the 10. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Redhawks.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school, shows you what he can do with a ball in his hands, takes it in for a touchdown.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. They stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. They're trying to recover from that last possession. They had things going, but then a pick six, a devastating play. They got to recover from that right now. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up a first down here on this next play.
Handoff to the back. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this third quarter. So, Kirk, as we break for the quarter, Oregon has the lead here. This has been thorough domination through three quarters. A real statement confirming their status as a national championship contender. Check out the stats so far. So let's get back to the action. 1 quarter away. What would be an impressive CFP statement? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. Touchdown, Oregon. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
Automatic on the PAT. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Redhawks offense retakes the field now. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Tried to squeeze one in there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there.
On the junior, gets home making a sack there.
Chris, I'm really surprised by the way this game has turned out. That's another sack by this defense. They've done such a great job of preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him out of sync, applied pressure, and a big part of the reason they're enjoying this lead right now.
That picks up a first down. They'll spot it at the 39. The Redhawks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. Pressure is coming. And he just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage.
I really feel that this quarterback is rattled. At this point, he's already been sacked a number of times. I think it's affecting his timing with his receivers.
That play makes it 2nd and 10. Quick throw to the left side. He makes the grab. Run down and crosses midfield to the 46.
Chris, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's only his second catch of this entire game. Boy, this defense has done an amazing job of keeping him in check. Let's face it, this guy's as good as anybody in the country. Big-time playmaking ability, but they've taken him out of the game. I think it's a big reason that they have a nice lead.
2nd down after the incompletion. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26. So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, that defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
4 set of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. second down and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Bringing pressure. Sacked. It's a loss back to the 6.
If I'm on this offensive line, man, I would not want to look at the game film after their performance today. It's almost like they've been moonwalking backwards the entire game, getting pushed all around by this defensive front. Chris, they've already given up 6 sacks alone in this game.
Pressure coming, and they've got him again.
Man, that is how you prevent an offense from punching it in when they get inside the 10-yard line. That is back-to-back sacks for this defense near the goal line.
Knocks that one right down the middle. So they get the 3 points, but this remains a large deficit. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Breaking free at the 35. They've got him, but not before making first down yardage. They'll move the ball to the 41.
Well, let's see how these guys do here. They're kind of in that 4-minute offense mode where they're trying to work as much clock as they can on this drive, working with the lead. Still want to be balanced as best you can, but the important thing is picking up first downs, keeping the ball in bounds, and keep working that clock.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the handoff. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Hold it.
So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in the pistol. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And the ball is hauled in. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And an explosive gain moves the ball across midfield. They'll spot it at the 42. The Ducks churn out another first down. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Makes a quick grab. Tackle is made, but the junior quarterback shows off his arm strength that time.
It's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
Looking to throw it again. Lets it go quickly. He's got it for a big gain. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Man, they're already up big in this game, and now they're taking shots downfield. They're just looking to pour it on right now. Still throwing the football, and vertical shots to boot.
When he's tackled out at the 4-yard line, defense getting pushed back. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. Back in motion now. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Kind of a fine line here, Chris, for me when it comes to throwing a screen pass. You don't want to throw it too early, obviously, and the defense reacts quickly and can sniff it out. And you definitely...
Touchdown, Ducks. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Miami offense back on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And looking to throw now on first down. Fires it to the wideout. And he's got his man open downfield. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42. That's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down and crosses midfield to the 46.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Catch made by the tight end. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
Second down incompletion sets up 3rd and inches. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Oh, that one's picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoffs. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Chris, I always talk about this. You can always gauge a team's toughness as a group by how willing they are to tackle with their corners. Here, the corner shows you he's not just out there to cover, does a good job of being physical and making that play.
That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he will be sacked, trying to throw on the final play. The defense with a consolation sack to finish this off. Well, this one ended up being a blowout. They get the W, but they also make a pretty strong statement here today.
Yeah, I thought this game would be a lot closer, at least closer than how things ended up. But give credit to this team for coming out with a good game plan and just dominating the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA